and welcome to some more Star Citizen with some drama updates for you today. I thought I'd bundle these together, looking at the fallout and response from CIG to the Flight Blade and weapon kit drama from Fleet Week, them selling and temporarily gating more things and new mechanics and people's concerns about that, and an update to the new referral scheme that's set to start July 1st and may or may not wipe all of your previous points that you have there. So yeah, let's talk about the Flight Blade drama and CIG's response here. So for you that don't know, CIG have basically sold new components, Flight Blades, as bundles with some ship skins as part of Fleet Week, and the only way to get them at the moment is to buy them with real money. They're gated for, they said, until summer, but I think it's actually only going to be a month or so. This is true of the weapon kits as well, I believe, which have some relatively big tangible changes to some ships, but temporarily gating these and going the only way you can get them in game at the moment is to buy them with real money just felt a bit money grabby and encroaching more and more into monetizing everything, sort of pushing away from actually playing the game and a gameplay focus and more onto a storefront focus, a pay to win focus on a lot of stuff, or just pay to have stuff easier. Now, there does need to be a balance there because CIG do need to make money. It's a buy-to-play game. It's not a subscription game or anything like that, although there are voluntary subscriptions and stuff. CIG do need to make money, and obviously they make it from selling ships and stuff like that, but sometimes it feels like it goes a bit too far, like it did with land claims, for example. So there was a reasonable amount of community backlash to the Flight Blade and weapon kits being sold like this. CIG's Xylo put out an official response from CIG. Throughout Star Citizen's evolution, one fundamental principle has remained paramount. Everything you pledge for to support our project will eventually be attainable through gameplay. Your contribution helps push things forward, but your time in the verse should be equally rewarded. We're pushing 11 patches this year instead of 4. We're crushing more bugs than ever, building more exciting content, moving faster than ever to make the persistent universe a better experience for everyone, and in moving that fast, we missed a step. To be clear, the new Flight Blades will be obtainable for Alpha UEC in our next patch this June. We followed our usual approach by offering early access on the Pledge Store to help support development, but after some reflection, we've decided that for smaller components like Flight Blades or bomb racks, because it was also bomb racks that I didn't mention for a load of ships that you could basically change the missile hub points for bomb racks. Again, they were gated in the same way. They should be available in-game at the same time they appear on the store. So that, I totally agree with. I'm okay with them selling a reasonable amount of stuff in certain ways, but I do also want it to be available on the store immediately. But that is not the problem a lot of people have, though. I think a lot of people are also concerned that they are just selling and monetizing more and more and more and more and more, and that damages the integrity of the game. Anyway, the choice has and should always be yours. If you want to support the project early, you can, but it's not required. If you own a game package, you'll be able to pick these up with in-game currency in our next monthly patch, and for future gameplay kit introductions, we'll ensure these items are obtainable in-game on day one. That is what I want. Thanks to everyone who's weighed in, especially those who brought the heat constructively. This game has always been shaped by the community. Star Citizen wouldn't exist without your passion and support, or your scrutiny and feedback. We hear you, and we take it all to heart. Now, that goes a long way to addressing a lot of the issues there. I like the push and pull that the community have at sort of correcting CIG doing stuff that I think is silly or predatory or whatever. Looking at that thread, though, with that statement, there's a lot of thumbs downs on that post, with a lot of people feeling like CIG have not really addressed the main underlying issue, or have put a reactionary post out that's more of a band-aid to go to placate the sort of community rather than actually solve anything. Sort of been caught with their hand in the cookie jar, monetizing all the cookies. One of my good friends and more controversial Star Citizen streamers, I can't believe I'm saying that, Salty Mike, made a reply to that post and is massively upvoted in response there. So I just want to say what he said. This is meant to be constructive, but you cannot keep the status quo and move up the in-game part a little faster and act like you've solved the root of the problem. This is a band-aid to calm people down, but the root of the issue here is that you continue to sell more and more items in-game that have a wider impact on what a player would do day to day. Everyone knows that the convenience of the Pledge Store would outweigh any gameplay in an MMO that is meant to be played and slowly gained progress over years. Now, I sometimes agree with Mike, sometimes don't. I respect his opinion, I respect most people's opinions, and they're right to have them. His concern isn't as much of my concern, at least not yet, although I do understand his sentiment there. I'm fine with CIG selling ships, and even skins and FPS gear, potentially other stuff if it isn't gated. Flight blades and weapon kits were a bit much for me. It feels unnecessary and money grabby. It just does. And I do understand what he's saying there, that it could damage the integrity of the game. As I said, CIG do need to continue to make money, even after the release of Star Citizen 1.0 and beyond. But there are ways of doing that doesn't really break the pay-to-win barrier and doesn't feel like a slippery slope. If we don't push back on what we don't like and this sort of thing, then CIG's marketing team will keep trying to monetize everything they possibly can. Because if you give someone on a marketing team a job of making more money, they'll keep on coming up with ideas to make more and more money. And if someone goes, yeah, that's a great idea, or doesn't stop them, then they'll implement some of these ideas. I welcome people sharing their polite-ish, respectful opinions on this. You don't have to agree with me, CIG, Mike, or anyone else, but I haven't even formed my sort of thoughts here fully. I think one of the issues is that I can't see Star Citizen as a 1.0 release yet. And I think that monetization and a load of stuff, gameplay mechanics, and exactly what the game wants to be, is not there yet. It will keep on changing. I don't want Star Citizen to be pay to win. I want people to be able to buy Star Citizen and play without putting any additional real money in beyond that, other than their game package, and be able to have a great gameplay experience and not be like at a huge disadvantage, or a disadvantage even, compared to someone that goes, yeah, I'm just going to chuck a load of money in. Now, is that going to occur to a degree because of ship sales and that sort of stuff with real money? Yes, but as long as time and skill is a more important factor, and that I can get those things in game without spending real money, and there is a skill to using those things that you can't just buy, then I'm probably going to be okay with that. That said, I don't know how it's all going to shake out, and I have no problem with a little bit of comfortable pressure on CIG going, don't overly monetize things. Anyway, yeah, tell me what you think about that in the comments below. I do trust CIG to make a great game with Squadron 42 and with Star Citizen, at least eventually, but part of that process is the community get involved and talk about what they like and what they don't like. Let's move on to the new referral scheme that's planned and coming July 1st. So CIG have basically gone, look, there's going to be new rewards for this referral ladder. A new player signs up with your referral code and they buy a game package or like something of at least like $40 or so. Bam, you get a referral point that builds up towards rewards, and there's an entirely new system coming with the 1st of July. I say a new system, but it's more just a new reward structure, a new ladder. So yeah, CIG had originally planned to start everyone again at 0, but obviously you'd keep any rewards that you had already got, but not any progress you'd made to the next reward, nor would any of the previous points count towards the new rewards. That had caused some sort of players, some backers, to worry that they'd lose their progress. They were like 10 referrals away from getting a big reward, because these rewards ranged all the way up to like 2017 referrals for a javelin, but also 10 referrals got you a gladius and a load of little gold flare items. But yeah, 10 referrals, whole ship, that whole gladius. And CIG basically went, well, we're going to look at that feedback and we'll work towards something that hopefully will make more people happy. So Zyla responded to this again last week and said, we received a lot of valuable feedback following the announcement, and we're excited to share more updates with you soon. In the meantime, we can confirm that all existing prospects will carry over. We also know how important it is for you to showcase your referral achievements, so your total referral count, including those earned before the new ladder goes live, will still be visible. As part of the revamp, we're introducing a new leaderboard with flexible sorting options by time, weekly, monthly, yearly, and all-time. The all-time view will include every referral, even those from the original ladder. So when they refer to prospects will carry over earlier, that's not recruits. So recruits are when someone actually purchased something of $40 or over, or whatever it currently is. But a prospect is someone that's just signed up using your code. So prospects carrying over means that they can potentially be transferred into recruits later. They can become points for you later in the new system, and that's good. That's 100% what people want, right? It does still sound like you're going to lose your referral points, though, with any beyond the 2017 potentially being relatively worthless, although they do count towards the sort of stats that you can show and bragging rights. And it will also be a way of showcasing your referral achievements. So there was a follow-up sort of question or response here as well from a user saying, I don't think people's concern was I want others to see how many referral points I have. More so, I don't want to lose 90% of the progress and years of effort to reach a tier and it suddenly be swiped away. People have been working on the referrals trying to get points up for the best part of a decade. So I responded again here. Appreciate the note and want to be sure you know we haven't missed this sentiment. We're looking into options for that still, and we will update when we have more to share. So it's not set in stone yet. I do think that they are going to probably want to wipe away the previous referral points just because that seems to be the sentiment they keep on pushing. They want to encourage more and more people to sort of build up on the ladder again. And they have said with this ladder, there's a lot more rewards at the sort of lower end of it. They're going to be much more easily attainable for a lot more people rather than just content creators or people that run big orgs. I'm personally really looking forward to the new referral system, but I'm in a position to be able to get a load of referrals because I run a Star Citizen YouTube channel. All I need to do to get like 1,000 referral points is put up a reasonably good guide on how to sign up for Star Citizen or what's new in a particular patch for new players. I'm lucky enough to have that platform to be able to do that, but these referral rewards shouldn't be focused at content creators. That's not the main use of them. They should be for players to encourage their friends to play and give some cool rewards out to people that get 1, 5, 10 referrals rather than 2,000. But that's just my view on it, and you're more than welcome to have a totally different view. Please tell me in the comments below. I'm really interested to know your thoughts on that new referral scheme. I'm actually pretty excited for it personally, but that's because I have no more rewards to get on it. And the flight blade and weapon kit drama, I'm sort of interested to know what people's thoughts are on the sort of boundaries of acceptable monetization and that sort of stuff, and what they'd like to see in the future when Star Citizen 1.0's out. What do you want from Star Citizen's monetization, knowing that they have to do a level of it? And if I'm wrong anywhere, if you think that I'm totally off kilter on a particular comment that I've made or whatever, feel free to share that with me in the comments below. I do look through most of the comments and they do help me sort of form my opinions and thoughts on a lot of this stuff. But yeah, tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Tobii eye trackers, they're on sale. You want to use your eyes in Star Citizen? Tobii eye tracker on sale until the 5th of June, I think, as part of Invictus Fleet Week. Use the links below to get a big discount and to help the channel out. And something else that helps the channel out and you out, NordVPN, nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Go there, get yourself a VPN. You probably won't regret it. Well, you won't regret it as long as you use it. I'm very pro NordVPN, that's my bias. May is about fleets, lots of dogfighting, flying with friends, and once again we've partnered with the Lunar Wolves, a Star Citizen organization looking for recruits. Maybe you might be an appropriate fit. You can check the recruitment page for them down below. But we're giving away a fleet of ships. Commenting on any of my videos during the month of May gets lots of different lucky winners the chance to win a Constellation Andromeda, a F7C Super Hornet Mark II, a Redeemer, and a Cutlass Black. Each winner will win one of those, courtesy of the Lunar Wolves. But wait, there is more. The Lunar Wolves are also giving away an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance to one of their new recruits. Winners of that particular ship will be selected randomly from eligible org signups, but the rest of those ships, they're given away on my channel entirely, so you just need to comment on any of my videos to be in for a chance of winning. Lunar Wolves welcome all who share their passion for adventure and love of Star Citizen, and you can find out more about them on the lunarwolves.org webpage as well. If you would like to further support the channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that sort of good stuff. We've got join buttons under videos that help support the channel as well. You get some exclusive videos that are going out now. They've got Patreon, which basically does the same. We make daily Star Citizen content here, and that's partly due to the people that go the extra mile and help out the channel. I hope you have a fantastic May, a fantastic Fleet Week, and a great Star Citizen Alpha 4.1.1 experience.